Hello, my name is Cade McCall, and I am in the psychology department here at York. I'm going to be the primary supervisor on the Modeling Human Supervision of Autonomous Systems for Chemistry Labs project. And the co-supervisors for that project will be Anna Cavalcanti from Computer Science and Jason Lynham from Chemistry. So the idea behind this project is that laboratory research involves a great deal of decision making. So researchers have to think about and decide, first of all, the questions they're going to address, but then how they're going to address those, how are they going to analyze the data from experiments, and how are they going to move on to address the next question when they're done with one experiment, and it opens up a new set of questions. And so amidst all this decision making, you're making many decisions within the context of uncertainty, because if you weren't uncertain about the outcomes of your experiments or whatnot, you wouldn't be doing research, right? So it's about making decisions under uncertainty. And that's a really interesting topic for psychologists. So we call it complex decision making, making decisions under uncertainty. And there's been a lot of studies over the years looking at how people do that. What are the cognitive mechanisms that people use to make decisions under uncertainty? And this research has looked at complex decision making from many different angles, but they've looked at different facets of complex decision making. So to what extent do people take risks, and to what extent do they explore their options versus just stick to a given tact, and to what extent do they engage in trial and error learning, so that you make a decision in an uncertain environment, learn a little bit about that environment, and then keep moving. So these are just some sort of angles on complex decision making that have been examined in psychology over the years. Now, what this project is going to do is going to look at how these different aspects of decision making might be affected by the introduction of autonomous systems into the laboratory environment. So if we begin in laboratories to delegate more and more things to autonomous systems, does that change the way in which we explore our options versus stick to a given tact? Does it change the kind of risks we take in terms of gobbling up resources or literally safety risks? And might it change the way that we learn from trial and error? So all of these questions are questions that we might address within this project. So the methods of this project will be psychological methods. So we'll use quantitative methods primarily. And basically what we'll do is we'll have individuals, human participants, go into virtual reality-based simulations of laboratory environments and make decisions within those environments, decisions in which they either interact and work with autonomous systems or don't. And then through that comparison, we'll be able to look at the ways in which delegating different responsibilities to autonomous systems might change the behavior of the human and change the nature of their decision making. So that's the gist of this particular project. If you want to know more about it or you have questions about it, feel free to email me. And you can also check out my lab's website at lifelikelab.science.